Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to your another session of your online classes. Children, we started with lesson number 6, tissues, and right now we are studying about the plant tissues. Okay, children, this is the same chart. Let me come very directly to our topic for today. Plant tissues, children, based on their ability to divide and non-divide, they are of two types. Dividing tissues, they are called as meristematic, and non-dividing, they are called as permanent tissue. When we study about the permanent tissue, we find that based on their structure and function, they are again of two types, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. So our topic for today is complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissues, they are of two types, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Children, now our topic is complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue, the name is given complex not because they are very complicated. Yes, they are little bit complicated, and one tissue consists of four different cells. Like for example, when I say 1 dozen banana, that means 12 bananas are included in 1 dozen. In the same way, children, when I say xylem, so it represents set of four different type of cells. When I say phloem, it represents means a group of four set of tissues. Now these we will study about xylem and phloem in detail. First of all, look at the picture that I have shown here. Children, this is the lateral cutting. This is the lateral cutting of a stem or a branch. Right? Now, lateral means when we cut anything parallel to the earth surface. Whenever anything is cut parallel to the earth surface, it is called as lateral. When we cut it perpendicular, it is called as transverse. I don't know how your mother makes bhindi for you, but children, when we cut bhindi, we cut it laterally. Goal goal katte hain, right? So children, this is a picture of that, and in the center you can see pith. It represents the dead cell. Okay, the blue color that you can see is the xylem. Okay, and children, the black line that you can see is the vascular cambium. Now what is vascular cambium? I hope you remember meristematic tissue are of three types. Okay, so one is intercalary meristematic tissue. Intercalary meristematic tissue is also known as vascular cambium. So this is how the arrangement of xylem and phloem is there. Inside the vascular cambium is the xylem, and outside the vascular cambium is the phloem. Okay, cork are the dead cells, about which we'll study in our next topic. Okay, again children, same picture I have elaborated and seen. Okay, here you can see the vascular cambium, children. It is shown in white color. Okay, and the pink color tissues, they represents the xylem. The pink color represents the yes, xylem, and the phloem, they are represented by the yellowed one. Okay, now here you will find that arrangement is little bit different. So children, in different trees and different plants, the arrangement of xylem and phloem is different. Okay, now next, xylem. It is one of the important tissues of vascular system. Vascular system means, children, vascular bundles. When I say the word vascular system or vascular bundle, means it comprises of transporting tissue, transportation. They are mainly associated with transportation. So vascular bundles or transporting tissue, they are of two types, xylem and the phloem. They are also actually complex permanent tissue. Its main function is to help to in the transport of water and mineral from roots to different part of the plant. Okay. Now it has got two chambers, tracheids and the vessels, which help in the transportation of minerals. You can see the children trachea and you can also see the vessels. There are some supporting tissue also that we'll study. Okay, a xylem consists of, just now I told you a xylem consists of four components: trachea, vessel, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma or xylem fiber. Now children, out of all these four components, only xylem parenchyma is the living component, rest three are the dead component. So xylem is often said as a, like mostly it has dead component. Okay, function is They are conducting tissue. It helps in transportation of water and mineral, and it also provides mechanical strength to the plant body. Now, children, the next complex permanent tissue is phloem tissue. Okay, phloem is a part of vascular bundle. It is also called as vascular conducting tissue. Okay, do not get confused with the name. Its main function is, children, it helps in the translocation of food molecule. Okay, translocation. Now, what is this word translocation? Children, when we study science in higher classes, we have to be very specific when we select the word. Transportation is normally a word which is associated with xylem. Xylem help in conduction in transportation of water and mineral, while phloem, fur for phloem and fur for food. Okay, phloem help in the translocation of food molecules. So when food molecules are transported, we don't use the word transported, but we use the word translocation. So phloem, they are mainly the food conducting tissues. They usually have, again, they are having four components. Out of the four, three are living, so that is why it is considered as a living conductive tissue. Okay, and they are responsible for translocation of organic molecules, that is the glucose, from leaf to different part of the plant. Okay, it also has four parts: sieve tube, companion cell, phloem parenchyma, phloem fiber or phloem sclerenchyma. Okay, children, the sieve tube help in the transportation of sugar and nutrients up and down in the plants. Okay, because the food molecules can be required in any part of the plant. Okay, but water is required only in the aerial part of the plant, which do the process of photosynthesis and transpiration. Companion cell, it is just a companion, means it supports whatever activities are taking place in sieve tube, and it also provides energy to the sieve tube. Phloem parenchyma, they are responsible for mechanical strength, and phloem fiber or phloem sclerenchyma, they help in the storage of food molecules such as the starch. Okay, children, this is a comparative study of just xylem and phloem. Okay, in xylem and phloem, transportation of water and mineral take place, whereas in case of phloem, water and food molecules take place. Okay, in case of xylem, the movement is only one way. Water has to move only in one direction, that is from root to different part of the plant, while the food can be required in any part of the plant, children, right? It can be a flower, it can be a root hair. So the movement of food has to be in two ways. Okay, and here in phloem, there is no end wall in between the cells. These xylem, they are arranged one above the another, and there is a continuous formation of long pipes. Whereas in case of phloem, there is a perforated ends. Okay, the in case of xylem, their cell wall is thick as they have to provide mechanical strength, whereas in case of phloem, they are not very thick because most of them are living tissue. Okay, children, what are the similarities? Both are part of complex tissue and both are made up of more than two different type of cells. Both of them are a part of vascular bundle. Both contain living component as well as the dead component. In both, parenchyma is present and in both, sclerenchyma is present. Both shows primary as well as the secondary growth. Children, what is this primary and secondary growth? That I'll be taking in your next class. And both of them originate from cambium. Cambium is also known as intercalary meristematic tissue. What are the difference between them? Okay, let us understand that also. I hope, children, I'm not going very fast. Since you never give me any feedback, so I'm not able to understand. You are able to understand or no? Sorry, I have missed W in the spelling of between. To do that correction. Xylem consists of trachea, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem sclerenchyma, or they are also known as xylem fibers. Okay, a phloem consists of companion cell, sieve tube, phloem fiber, and in few plant children, xylem parenchyma is also present. Okay, it contains most of the dead component, xylem. Only the xylem parenchyma is a living component. Children, always remember, wherever the word parenchyma comes means they are living tissue. Okay, in case of phloem, only the phloem parenchyma or the phloem fiber is the dead component. Okay. Xylem help in the conduction of water and mineral, whereas phloem help in the translocation of food molecules. Xylem, they are more in number. Now, why they are more in number, children? Because a plant has to do all the time process of transpiration. That means continuously there has to be supply of water to different part of the plant, otherwise the plant will wilt या फिर मुरझा जाएगा, है ना? So phloem, they are less in number because food is not required all the time, right? Like how you all are eating all the time, same way plant don't eat all the time. If they will eat all the time, then no food will be left for us, right? Children, in case of plants, I told you that transportation is unidirectional, whereas in case of uh, phloem, it is bidirectional. Sorry, that mistake is there. Do that correction. Okay, xylem, they are smaller in size. Phloem, they are larger in size. They are present in root, stem, and leaf of the plant. Xylem, they are present in root, stem, and leaf of the plant, whereas they are present in leaf, stem, okay, and they are also present in the fruits and seeds also. Okay, so children, in this particular slide, two spelling mistakes are there. Please do the correction between, and it is bidirectional in phloem. Okay, children, this is all about today's topic. I hope I didn't go very fast today, and since they are very small topic, that is why I took them slowly. And I hope you have understood xylem and phloem. They are also known as vascular bundles. They are also known as conducting tissues. Okay, and children, tomorrow I'll be taking some protective tissues that are present in the plants. Okay, and with that we will complete half part of the lesson. Okay, thank you. God bless you. Take care of yourself, children. And these are again some of the picture so that you understand the difference between xylem and phloem. Blue color represents the xylem, yellow color represents the phloem. Okay, thank you. Take care of yourself, children, and write down the notes. Bye.